Hi guys! 大家好,你好,你好。はじめまして。
This fucking...
That was way too loud. Way too loud for my ears. Good morning. Good. Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry for the delay in starting. You're not going to believe it. I reset up this room again. Again I did. It's the last time though, for sure, guys. I wanted to be a little bit further away from the camera, so I brought back in this big monitor that was sitting in my closet, and first I put it on, like, I have this shelf in my other room, and it's got a bunch of Japanese from Zero Book Ones, like version 7s and stuff like that got returned from the printer. I think I got like 200 of them, you know, sitting on a shelf. And I was like, this shelf is the perfect height to put in front of this camera that's further back. It's further back because I can't have a monitor here. If it's further back and there's a monitor here, you would see it. Like the monitor would be like right here. And I see, it's funny, I see a lot of YouTubers that do it. They have the camera further back and their monitors in the shot. There's a couple, Lewis something, and even what's his name, Charlie, Moist Critical. Love both of those guys, but every now and then you'll see their monitor. And PewDiePie yesterday on his stream, I saw his monitor. I'm like, how are you not putting that effort in? I thought, you know, but I hate it so much. So I put this big monitor further back. So it's this, I don't know, 43-inch screen, okay? And I had it on that shelf. I took all the books off the shelf, rolled the shelf in here because I had put wheels on it like years back. It's the shelves that used to be behind me. Actually, no, these are different shelves. And I rolled it in here. It wasn't stable though. And then I had to take apart my my tripod because tripod won't fit in this room now that the camera is so far back. But I couldn't get the tripod off. Oh my God, just like, sorry, so much trouble. And then I remembered I had this other stand in the garage at my other place. I went and got it, put the shelf back, and then I got online just doing tutorials on how to remove tripod heads from this particular model. And I figured it out. Now I have this independent trolley cart thing with this 43-inch screen on it, and the camera's mounted behind the TV on this makeshift light stand plus camera head from the tripod. So I'm very, very happy with this. Then I, sorry, a lot of phlegm in my throat this morning. Then I had to deal with lighting because, man, am I paranoid about lighting not hitting me right, you know? I mean, I'm getting older, so I got these bags underneath my eyes, and I'm trying to like eliminate the bags with lighting, which is dumb. I need to probably get makeup on or something like that. But anyway, I realized I had another extra light, so I stuck that in the middle. And then I had to, I don't know if you can see this, but I had to then redo, I have these window shades hanging above me. Here, look, I'll show you. That's about as far as it goes. And the whole goal of this is to block the very slight reflection that this puts on the TV. But I had to rehang that yesterday. So I had this big ladder in here. I was doing that all day. That's why I'm super tired. I went to bed like 3 in the morning just so that I could do this in the morning. I frickin', it's my hobby. My wife's coming home today, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm thankful, I should say. She just arrived in LA. Anyway, guys, let's get to the main. Jesus, let's get to the main thing. Actually, let me get get some music going here that's not like super hardcore, because I had an idea. Holy moly, did I have an idea? Give me a second. It's brilliant. I'm telling you. I don't mean to like brag, but here's what I'm gonna do. I woke up at 5. Went to bed at 3, woke up at 5. And I had this idea. So we're on that showsetsu.com website and we're reading books, right? And that book yesterday was so frustrating to me. I really thought I should just, this is like not good. I should remove this video, but I'm not going to remove it. I'm going to leave it, okay? Because it's an inspiration for me. because I had Shimewaza read it too, and he's like, I don't know, man, I don't like this story. He didn't like it either. He said it doesn't flow in a way that, you know, I think doesn't work for both of us somehow. So I'm gonna write my own Japanese novel, and I'm gonna put it on showsets.com. But here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take 100 words from the stuff that I've learned from other novels, from Ryusei no Kizuna, from the game that I played after the stream yesterday or the other day, from my grandfather came out as a ghost and wants to go to girls' baths, that story. Whatever I read, I'm going to start now taking down notes. I'm going to confirm these things with Shimewaza because he was the one giving me notes on these things. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a running list. I'll share the list with you guys of the words, okay? On a little thing called Anki? No, not Anki. I'm joking. It'll be a Google Doc list. Fuck Anki. But then, okay, here's what I'm going to do though. I'm going to write it in English because I have a whole story idea, okay? And then I'm going to translate it into Japanese, and then I'm going to pay other people independently to translate it to Japanese, and we'll have multiple versions from multiple translators. Because I think it would be really interesting to see how other people interpret the same story. And then I'll have my version with me reverse translating my English using the Japanese word that I tried to, but my cat is like totally wanting to be inside here. Hey Elizabeth, happy Thanksgiving. So that's my idea. Okay. Now, here's the base story that I got running in my head right now. Okay. A 28-year-old American was visiting Las Vegas with a bunch of friends. He doesn't have much prospects. He works at a coffee shop, but he had saved up and he came out to Vegas. He was having kind of a crappy night. It wasn't going so good. His friends were kind of all chilling, but he was like, I don't know, feeling anxious. And he kind of wandered off and went into a club. He happened to meet a Japanese girl there. It went really well, and they ended up back in his room, and they did the nasty. He gave her like the business card of his coffee shop and wrote his name sloppily on there. He thought he'd never see her again. She's just too beautiful for him. A year later, he gets a note at the coffee shop that he has a son. He's now getting ready to fly to Japan to see his son and to see this girl that he barely remembers, but still thinks about from time to time because she was so beautiful, just so above his league. That's my story. So it's going to be his experience going to Japan to see his son. And I'll write that. And if it goes well, we'll write more. But that's where I'm going to write, right? Now, for those of you who are thinking, you can't write stories. I write tons of stories. You just don't see them. Like, I have Tissue Box channel, okay, which I've written some stories. They're okay. But I have an entire novel. Some of it's on Tissue Box channel. I have an entire novel that I wrote. I'm mid-process of editing it, but I got a ways to go. Let's just say that. Let's just be nice. Let's just be nice to the author and me. I'm not quite done yet. Now that begs the question. What do I do today? I don't know. We could read the news again, but I'm not going to keep reading that stupid story from yesterday. It's not all on the author. I was super confused, didn't know who was saying what. I was too lost in the story. And the thing is, I don't know. I haven't read enough Japanese stories to know if it was just poorly written. But there's a chance that it was, because it's on this shousetsu.com. Like, literally the website's like, let's become novelists. And the problem that I've seen on that website so far is 99% of the stories have one theme, one setting. It's in a castle. There's princesses and princes. And this seems to be the case in this story as well, as it seems like they were talking to the dukes, the countess or something like that. The Haku Shaku Baijo or something like that. Like, I don't care about those words. I could live my entire life and not learn how to say Duke of anything in Japanese. I do not care. I don't watch Japanese Edo Jidai stuff as well. Like it's just blah. Hey Starlight, love you, man. Thank you for saying that. Hechio Okabe says, plot twist, you're actually not the father of the child. No, I want him to be the father of the child. I absolutely want him to be the father. I think that would be more interesting. And also, I don't want him to know any Japanese. I want him to be a really good guy. He's like a really good guy. I don't know what his backstory is yet, but I want to know why such an intelligent guy, which we're going to make him intelligent, why he's working at the Starbucks. It just seems that like life has, you know what? Maybe he believes no one can love him because when he was dating a longtime girlfriend and she ended up cheating on him and it just didn't go well. And he's got this false belief, because that's what you have to do in a story. You have to have a character that has a false belief that no one can love him, that it's not possible. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry because this story, oh my God. Having a kid, man, putting a kid in it. I think it's going to be a son or a daughter. But how about we don't know? How about we don't know until he gets there if it's a son or a daughter? How do I make this so weird in the world of the internet that they have no way to contact this guy? How do I get him there without money? I don't know. Maybe she's rich. Maybe she sends him a confirmation number. Maybe I don't know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to write. I'm gonna have to write. That's the thing, guys. When I write a story, I'll pay attention to those kind of details. We'll come up with something. But it's gonna be fun, guys. Trust me. And I think, but the experimental part that I really like is I'm gonna write it in English, thinking that I want the words that I learned, 100 words. That's my current goal from the stories that we're reading here. We're gonna put in the story. And I'm going to translate them into there. I'm going to see if the other people can translate them into there. Okay. The 3 or 4 people that I hire. All right. Oh my gosh. What do I want to do today? Did you guys see Shimewaza in the room? I don't know if he's here. Because we could review the game that I played the other day. Because he said there was a lot of good words in there. And also, one good thing to do would be for Shimewaza to help me make that list. Because that's going to be important to my storytelling, because I'm going to essentially reverse Mad Lib the story, okay? If you guys don't know what a Mad Lib is, Mad Libs were these things where you had this paper and it had a story on there and it just had fill in the blank things, and you would say like a noun, an adverb, a word about the weather, and then it would make this really funny story. I'm reversing it. I have all of the words first. I'm going to fill in the rest to make the story, to drive the story is gonna like for example, the first word I know I gotta have in there, utsumuku. Utsumuku is to look down. I also have to have kashigeru, because I've messed that up so many times. It's to tilt like atama o kashigeru, to tilt your head. These words have come up so many times and I'm like, oh, what is this word? And I forget it every time. Do Japanese people do gender reveal parties? Oh, I'm sure. Anything that Americans do, Japanese have found a way to do it as well. But I don't know. I haven't heard of it, but I imagine that they do. But I'll tell you one thing, for example, on Christmas, they get one present. One. The children get one present from Santa. That's it. I don't know if that's still true, but that's what it was when I was there. Elite Sniper in Japan when? Oh, come on now. Elite Sniper. Are we still talking about? You guys loved Elite Sniper. That was one of the most popular things that people still talk about. Sounds like a cool story. Can I be a proofreader? No, you cannot. Sorry. Nope. I don't mean that against you. I don't know any of your skills. And I'll tell you, look, I've been doing this company for a long time. The biggest waste of time is someone that wants to help. They are the biggest waste of time. And no offense to you. No, because the skills aren't there. It's like, I really want to help, but you don't have the skills. I have tried. I used to always think that was the most important thing, that someone wants to help. That desire is important. That will drive them. It does not drive them. It does not drive them. Matter of fact, I have a theory. The people that I have hired that want to work for me, okay, that begged to work with me, when they get hired, it's not like I'm talking to them every day. I'm barely interfacing with them. I'm saying, hey, can you do this? And then it doesn't get done. I think what happens is, and this is my very narcissistic theory. They're not getting enough FaceTime with me, and that's why they join. They join because they're fans. So I don't bring in anyone that is anywhere remotely a fan of me. I don't like fans are so far have proven to be the worst people to work for me. I'm not saying you're a fan, Glacian. I'm saying I don't know what your skill set is. And even if you sent me a resume, I wouldn't believe it. You're just having fun. Okay, good. Yeah, deeper and down. You're right. And I don't think that's a bad thing, you know. But I want you to imagine, like, I love Phil DeFranco, for example. Like, I watch him every day, pretty much. There's any YouTuber that I love. If I volunteered to translate their stuff or work on something, I would have an assumption that there'd be some interaction with him. Wow, they're all guys. Do I have a favorite girl YouTuber? I started watching this girl yesterday, actually. I actually don't know her name yet. I love her. I don't know what her nationality is. I don't know what her story is. She just came up randomly on the Japanese from Zero channel. I normally don't log into the Japanese from Zero channel. My main channel to watch YouTube is Polyglot George, okay? That's my current main channel, which means all of my algorithms are set to Polyglot George. And Japanese from Zero has some weird amalgamation of what I like to watch, what my wife likes to watch, because she was using it for a while. So this like Asian-y looking girl with this emo-ish hair has a video called Neat Tries to Make Money Selling Stickers or something like that. 550,000 views. She's adorable. I am just like liking looking at her face, but her voice is also very calming. It's a very calming voice, and she's just matter of factly saying, I need to redo my website. It doesn't look good, and I'm trying to make money. I'm very poor right now. I know you think, oh, I'm on YouTube, but I am in this apartment in the country where the closest person my age is more than 20 minutes away, or was it 20 miles away or something like that? You know, and then she just very calmly explained, this apartment is filled with cockroaches. But I don't know. I watched the whole thing. And then I watched the next show, the next one, her packing stickers. She's adorable. I don't know anything beyond that. So she's probably my current favorite female YouTuber. But no, if I met a YouTuber and I thought I could work for them, I would expect something from them. And I've had more than one person fail at being a good person working here at this company. Now, the people that do work at this company, they're all so good. There's some quality that they have that lets them work within this crappy organization. Like we have an amazing team, and I don't know how. There's something about this team that is, I don't worry about it. I trust them implicitly. Like, I don't know if you know this, but at our company, we don't have schedules. First of all, none of us work in this. Well, 3 of us work in the same city, but we don't meet. Like, I have lunch with Colton, our CTO guy. I mean, dinner maybe like once every few months. Like, I had it like a few days ago. It's like, okay, well, I guess I won't see him until summer. You barely see these people. But I don't. There's no schedule. If they're off, I don't normally find out that they're off until I've talked to them. No, I know you're saying, oh, George, you're going to get taken advantage of. Maybe. But until I do get taken advantage of, this system works really well. If you got to handle something in your life, handle it. You're spending so much time working on our stuff. How could any company just not let you handle something when it comes down in your own life? Like, stuff gets handled here at the company. What is that phrase? You're not working to live, you're living to work. Wait, no, the other way around. You're not living to work, you're working to live. And that's how I assume they all work like I do. They work when they want to work, and they get if something needs to get done, they get it done. And the company hasn't crashed and burned, so I think it works. There is one employee and a team member The longest person here, Kanako, she is very Japanese. And she will, anytime she needs time off, she'll say, please allow me to take this day off because of this and I promise I will make up the work here. I'm like, absolutely, you have my permission. Like, I imagine she has some like sort of report on Google Docs somewhere that has all of her official reports for what she did that day, which no one would ever look at, that no one cares about, because in the end, I know, oh my, I'm so thankful. You know, it's a good day to talk about people. I'm so thankful for her level of workmanship. She cares so much. She's been such a daikoku bashira. Like, I don't even know what that is in English. Like a beam supporting the building in this company. She's super, super important to this company. Everyone is. We can't lose anybody right now. Elisa Chung, that is her. Elisa Chung. Yeah. Isn't she adorable? Deeper and down, did you see her? Oh my God. Here, well, now that we've said her name, I imagine she's blowing up. She's got to be blowing up. Oops, hang on. This monitor doesn't have the, my fancy zones. If you guys don't know what fancy zones is, you got to download fancy zones. It's Power Toys from Microsoft. It allows you to do a lot of really cool things. Okay. So it gives me like zones that I can set things up to, and then it pops them in. All right, so Alyssa Chung, that was her name. Yes. Maybe that's why I'm into her. You know, maybe that's why I like her, because her name is Alyssa and my daughter's name is Alyssa. Maybe I was like, there's a connection there, you know? That sounded creepy. That's not what I meant to say. 570,000 subscribers. Dude. Hang on, I don't even know where my OBS is. Okay, am I showing it? Oh, nope, my screen is not showing. Hang on, guys, I messed everything up yesterday. Give me a second. Let me see here. This one, then this one. Nope, this is not my main screen. Hang on. Hang on, guys, this is complicated. I'll fix it. Better now than when it's really important, guys. There we go. Okay, hang on. What? No, that's exactly the reverse of what I want. Hang on. That's the reverse of what I want. Okay, we're close, guys. Does that work? Does that mess up this one? Nope. Okay. All right. So this is her. You can see her hair is adorable. Yeah, this is the one. This is part. I've only watched 2 videos of hers. Let's go to. I'm guessing that first one's her biggest video. Yeah, Neat makes a website. Oh, I thought this had 500,000 views. Oh, you know what? I was looking at her sub count, but it's just like.
Hello, fellow Neats.
It's just like super relaxing to watch her.
A lot of you have been wondering, how does this unemployed neat person on the internet actually make money? Well, as it turns out, I make money.
You know what's weird? She almost reminds me slightly. The cadence of her voice is similar to Hiding in My Room. That's not meant to be an insult. I like how he talks. Hiding in My Room. Hang on. I feel like, oh my God, more drama. This is
hiding, and I wasn't honestly hiding anything. I was just grinning. I don't know.
I love his voice. This guy's a complete train wreck. If you've ever followed this guy, he is a complete train wreck. Oh, but this guy, I like him so much. Like I almost went to Thailand to hang out with him. I just didn't want to. My whole schedule was already screwed. I'd already spent too much money. I didn't want to ruin. What is happening over here? I didn't want to like. I feel like there's like a hair coming off it. Oh yeah. That's likely one of my daughter's hairs. I'll just throw that down here with all the other hairs down here. But yeah, this guy, his way of speaking, I just love. A voice is important to me, and his voice is great. And Lisa Chung's voice,
Hello, fellow neets.
just so nice.
A lot of you have been wondering,
It's the timbre of her voice. Hello, fellow neets.
how does this unemployed neat person on the internet
Also, like, is she wearing any makeup? Like, if she's wearing makeup,
actually
she did a great job, because I can't tell. But I love this emo style that she's got going here. She then goes through this meticulous plan about how she's going to redo her website, and it's impressive. Like, it just made me think I got to be a little bit more basic with what I do, you know? I think that's why I had the idea for the book. I think somehow my brain took this and translated that.
Here's the plan. So I did a lot of research into other websites like Apple. I think
It's just like, it's such a good idea. Look at what your competition's doing. And I think that's like, okay, what words are people using in their books? I'm going to use those words in my books. You know? Yeah, hiding in my room, female version. But the thing is, she's not a female version. That is, she looks like she's got her stuff together. Okay. Yes, Tachi. I'm busy though, honey. Should I let him in? I don't know. Yeah, so she's my current fave. I do want to show you this as well too. My most favorite, the one that I've been binging a lot, is Kore Kore. This guy, what is this? Okay, hang on. I suppose I gotta type this in Japanese, don't I? Kore Kore in katakana. This guy right here. This guy is awesome. Let's see if we can find. This is his standard video.
自分で書いてるでしょ。
いや、違います。
いやいやいやいやいや。君は何をしようとしてるの今。
I love his voice. 今何しようとしてんだ？
ただの戸籍やん。気持ちで一緒じゃないと意味ないやん。
でも戸籍
This is I watched this one already, I'm pretty sure. Completely a stalker. Completely a stalker. There's a way to get yourself added to like the family registry, and she got her name added to like the family registry of some famous YouTuber guy. Oh my god, like this is crazy. But this guy reveals them, and he does interviews with both sides. And what I have learned from the Kore Kore channel is that Japan is even more interesting than I already knew. But to see the side of Japan where people are shitty, it's fun. The drama is fun. So one side will give it. Now, I gotta say, it might be a little bit biased, but one side will always be a girl, and the other side tends to be a man, obviously. And the girl will tell this story about how she got abused or something happened to her from this YouTuber. Typically a YouTuber is someone that's up and coming, so it's like juicy, gossipy, right? It's like, and then as I listen to the girl's story, I'm like, oh, this guy's ruined his entire thing. He's ruined everything. Like his whole life is over for this stupid girl. Then he gets on. Then the guy will come on, and you're like, oh, this guy sounds pretty normal. He sounds like really decent. Even the most hopeless people that I thought ruined everything. The girl is the problem every time so far. She's been lying, or it wasn't as bad as she made it when you hear the other guy's side. And then the girl eventually admits it. And that's the one thing that's actually been very, very refreshing about Japanese evilish people. They, for the most part, admit it. They just go, yeah, no, that part was a lie. But in America, like, no. I feel like I already said this the other day because I've been talking every day on stream. I don't remember. I'm getting CN. I'm that guy telling the same story over and over again. But anyway, Kore Kore, highly recommend. I haven't done any Japanese from Zero videos since I started watching him, so I haven't recommended it yet. But if you are learning Japanese, I love this guy. He does speak a little bit of a Kansai dialect, but it's completely worth it. Kore Kore is Jibro, is an alpha, is a Jibro. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. All right. Well, anyway, I'm guessing Shimewaza's not here. So what we should do, I guess, is just do the normal news. Let's see what's happening. We'll do news, then we'll look at Quora. We'll look at a couple news headlines, and then we'll go to Quora. All right. Oh, I don't want to see any Gaza news. Let's do this one. Ooh, okay. Oh, I hit the jackpot. Wow. All right. We're going to be talking about comfort women, which is always a hot topic out of Korea. Now, I'm wondering if this same news wouldn't be on the Korean website. Moto Yanfu Sosho. Okay. Hang on, let me make sure this is on. It is on. So we're using the 1010 reader. Moto Yanfu. Yanfu is a comfort woman. Moto means previous. Sosho means lawsuit or court case. Nikkan kanke ni eikyou wa. What is the effect on Nikkan, Korea-Japan relations? Former comfort woman lawsuit it will affect. I don't know if it doesn't say it will affect. It's asking a question. How will it affect?
元慰安婦訴訟日韓関係に影響は
Okay.韓国, now I don't know this. I don't know this. Is that the shi in sushi? Shiho. Okay. Administration of Justice.韓国, Shiho Risk. Korea, Administration of Justice Risk. What does that mean? Here, let's what is that supposed to mean? Judicial risk.
韓国司法リスク
再び Yanfu. So, oh my God. Let me explain a little bit. And I don't know everything. I am looking at it very much from the outside. And keep in mind, I have a Japanese wife, so I'm biased a little bit towards Japan, but I love Korea a lot. So I'm biased towards Korea. And I think Japan was pretty evil during the war. So I'm biased against Japan there. So there's biases all over the place for what I'm getting ready to say. And this is purely just a stupid person's opinion. Okay. During the war, it seems, according to the data, that Japanese servicemen, the army, would kidnap Korean women and force them into servitude of the adult nature. Okay. On the other side of that, forced to do these things, is the information that some Korean families who were poor sold their daughters into this service. That doesn't make it right, but certainly it wasn't everyone got kidnapped, and certainly it wasn't everyone sold their daughters in. But if you're in a situation where you can't eat and you got 7 children, well, maybe you can just get rid of one of them. I don't know. So it seems plausible to me. Okay. So over the years, like since the end of the war, Korea has demanded that Japan apologize, admit they're wrong, pay a large sum of money to these comfort women, right? It gets very, very complicated though, because there is a ton of what I can only call propaganda against Japan in Korea. So just like in America, we have the Republicans and the Democrats, we've got the left and the right. I hate to tell you this, it's not different in Japan and it's not different in Korea. So you have people on the right, and their name of their party might be different, but they still call them the right, the very ultra nationalist conservative type people, stoking the flames, I should say, of this nationalist and being very, very vocal about anti-Japan stuff. And then you've got Japanese politicians on the right that every time things seem to be going good and relationships between Korea and Japan get better, they love to go to the Yasukuni Shrine, which is where the Japanese war dead are entombed, and they like to be, which drives the Koreans crazy, because it's like, those are war criminals. I mean, it would be like the Germans having a shrine to the Nazis, and then every time France and Germany relations were getting good, like, well, let's just go visit the Nazi criminals, right? Where the comparison's often brought to the Germans, where Germans handled it well, right? Now, on the defense of the Japanese side, they have apologized for a lot of things. I don't know if they've directly apologized for the Ianfu, for the comfort women, but my understanding is that they have, okay? And there is a list on Wikipedia that I've had to send to loud Koreans, some loud Koreans. So many Koreans love Japan, but there are those haters. And I've made friends with both, okay? And the ones that hate Japan are so strong that I'm actually shocked when a Korean loves Japan, because I've seen such hate from certain Koreans, okay? But I've had to send this Wikipedia list of the times Korea has been apologized to by Japan. And there's like 70 times. And they give every politician, they link to the speech, they show it. And the Koreans, because of propaganda, don't seem to be aware of it sometimes, okay? Now, on the defense of Japan again, this is my understanding. After the war, Japan offered to pay reparations, okay, for the comfort woman. Keep in mind, they didn't win the war, they surrendered. They lost. They weren't even dictating any of these terms, most likely. It was MacArthur and America and the Potsdam Accords. There was a lot of things that they were forced to do. So even if they didn't want to, it doesn't matter, they did. And my understanding is that Japan offered to pay, and this came out, by the way, I think in the 80s or the 90s. Koreans themselves found the documentations, and it was a big scandal. It was like, wait a minute. Japan offered to directly pay the comfort women for their suffering, right? Reparations, I guess, towards the comfort woman. And the Korean government said, no, we'll handle it. Just give it to us. And then they did what I think is defensible, unfortunately. They took that money and they built bridges and they built infrastructure in a country that had been devastated because of war. They did something for the entire country, not just for the comfort woman. Was that the right thing to do? Is that what happened? I don't actually know. And I don't know what's right. Should they have given something to the comfort woman? Did they give something to the comfort woman? I don't even know. But my understanding is that they kept this all hush-hush, took the money, built infrastructure, didn't pay the women, and then blamed Japan for not paying the woman. Now, even in my short lifetime, okay, because keep in mind, we're talking, it's almost, 80 years ago that all of this happened. But even in my lifetime, I have seen Japan and Korea come together. Japan would make a payment. Even the citizens, by the way, citizens of Japan all got together. They wanted to end this, and they all put money together to pay the comfort woman directly. And apparently, the Korean government rejected it because they want it to come from the government. It's not about helping the comfort woman. It's about getting Japan to apologize publicly, okay? But when Japan paid this money back in the day, apparently they paid 3 times the GDP of Korea. 3 times the GDP, the global domestic production of Korea. Again, please don't get inflamed. 한국을 너무 좋아해요. 진짜 사랑해요. I love Korea. I really like Korea. And I love Japan. So I'm right in the middle, okay? Now, what I've seen in my lifetime is Japan and Korea come together. They come to an agreement. And within 2 years, Korea breaks it every single time. Every single time. And this is the one thing, if you ask me what I hate about Korea, their government is slimy from my position. It's like, you know what, the last time it was like, this is the final discussion on this, they said. And then within 2 years, because people were upset, the right side, or maybe some people on the left, I don't know, people were upset and they're like, well, you can't do that. You can't just agree to do that. Us citizens aren't happy. And then they always break their promises, is what it looks like to me. From an outside perspective, I have not, look, my only skin in the game is I love Korea. I love Korean people. I love Japan. I love Japanese people. And it is my sincerest desire that these countries, they should be best friends at this point. Everyone that was involved in World War II is basically dead. It's a statistical anomaly who's dead, who's still alive. I don't even know how many comfort women are around. I don't even know. It could be like 11. It's crazy. None of the people that made any of these decisions during the war are alive. And certainly the children of war criminals don't bear any of the responsibility. I don't bear the responsibility for my grandfather who killed Japanese people in the war. My grandfather got killed by a Japanese person. But do I blame anyone alive today that my grandfather, actually not even my grandfather, my grandmother's first husband, so he's not even related to me, got shot in Japan. Okay? I don't know the details. And I remember her boyfriend after that would show me, he had a black and white photo book of the dropping of the bomb on Japan, right? Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, because we're getting ready to talk about this. But Korea has been very aggressive, and I think it's a lot of political show, because if they really cared about the Yonfu, they would have just paid them out some money. They would have. They could have. Maybe they did. I don't know. It doesn't actually, you never really hear about it. And Japan has again and again and again, from what I have seen, tried to make amends. Now, of course, it would be political suicide for a Japanese prime minister to be like, you were right, we were wrong, sorry, Korea, in that particular like over the top way that maybe they want. But they write a declaration, we acknowledge the, whatever they say, I'm sure it was very political and maybe it wasn't enough. I don't know. So, now Gabriel says, of course, many Koreans don't like Japan. It's true, but I'm going to tell you what. There's not a lot of reasons for Koreans nowadays to not like Japan. I really believe that. Except for the propaganda, because look, when you live in a country that has propaganda, like I live in America and I don't sometimes recognize the propaganda that's played upon me about why I have to, you know, the Israel conflict, why I have to support Israel, why I have to support Palestine. Like, I don't know what direction actual propaganda is coming from most of the time. I don't notice it. But when I visit Korea, it's super obvious. And when I visited Israel, by the way, one time I went to Israel, it was super obvious the propaganda against the Palestinians. Like I didn't see it from the other side because I didn't go to the Gaza Strip. But I'm telling you, man, these governments are wielding massive propaganda campaigns. And Korea was the same thing. I want you to imagine you walk onto a bus, a city bus, and they have a TV playing. And on the screen is this rock in the ocean. It just from above, it just looks like a relatively big rock. Not even a kilometer in size, maybe. And plastered all over it is, the pride of Korea, our Dokdo Island. It's just so much like patriotism around this rock in the ocean. The reason why is because Japan and Korea both claim the rock. Okay? It's called Takejima, I think, in Korean, or Takeshima, I'm not exactly sure which one, and Dokdo in Korea. Now, to be fair, I think it belongs to Korea. Like, it's closer to Korea, whatever. And Koreans are super angry over this division of that island that got assigned to Japan. Now, I try to tell them, you realize Japan didn't take that island. This is the thing that Koreans, I think, fail to understand. Japan did not take that island. By the way, the Koreans have control of it right now. But Japan lost the war. That island was given to them at the Potsdam Accord when they divided the lines of territory. Japan didn't decide that. Do you think Japan had any standing after the war? They unconditionally surrendered. And this is a conversation I can't have in Korea anymore because I get too aggressive. Okay. And I try to explain to Koreans that if you're going to blame anybody, you got to blame America. We are horrible. We are just as bad as these other countries in so many ways during war. And by the way, let's be fair. Korea also had comfort women in Vietnam. A fact that they don't seem to know. But it's in Wikipedia. If Wikipedia is lying, I don't know. But they had the same thing in Vietnam. I don't know when they were in Vietnam. I don't know what that's all about. But apparently, they had 20,000 or so. Maybe that's propaganda on the other side. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. In the end, I don't really know. But all I know is I wish they would just be friends with each other. And there are a lot of Koreans that openly love Japan. And the final thing I'll say on this is the Koreans that don't love Japan and do love Japan, there's a stark one piece of thing that happens to them that makes them go either direction. Any Korean that's ever been to Japan or has a Japanese friend loves Japan. And they talk super highly of Japan. The ones that have never left Korea, never been to Japan, and don't know any Japanese people, hate Japan. Because of the propaganda. Because they've got nothing else to fill their brain with. They've got no other facts. I went on a trip from Busan to Fukuoka on a ferry. And I was on the observation deck, and there was this old lady up there. And I think it was when we were coming back. Or when we were going there, I don't remember. But I was talking to her. She loves Japan. I was surprised because I had just seen so much hate. This is like 10 years ago when I first went. But she loves Japan. And I realized then it's because she's been to Japan. And then I started thinking about everyone that loves Japan. They all have friends or they've been to Japan. And another reason that I think Koreans sometimes hate Japan is because they project the hate that they have in their heart for Japan on Japanese people. When your average Japanese person doesn't give a flying fuck about Korean in their daily life. They don't think about it. And for the fair part, I don't think most Koreans don't think about Japan. But because Japan is the third largest economy in the world, and Korea is like, I think, or are they like this? I don't know anymore. I thought they were like the 15th at one point. There's some sort of, maybe some rivalry happening there. But man, if these guys join together, Japan and Korea would be very strong. And to be fair, I think the current president of Korea right now is saying, let's get past this. And I'm very happy to hear that. But that might hurt him in the polls. I don't know. I think what needs to happen is the older generation needs to die off. And we need to let the younger kids come in that love Japan, become friendly. And just the combined economic strength of Japan and Korea would be absolutely fantastic. Just as a block. That's the only way we can really defend against any aggression from China. All right. Japan has cat girls and Korea doesn't. Are you sure that Korea doesn't have cat girls? Look, I didn't used to know about Korea at all. And then I watched Sonyoshide, Girls' Generation video. Watched the video called Oh. And that was what triggered my love for Korea. Wow. Korean girls are just as attractive, if not more attractive in some cases, than Japanese women. All right, guys, let's read this. Let's learn some new words. Hankoku Shihou risk. Korean judicial risk. Futatabi. Once again, I like how they split that up there with a space because that's exactly what's happening. Futatabi. Once again. Yanfu Soshou no. What would this be? High court decision. So I'm guessing Ko Saiban Ketsu. I don't know if that's a sai or not. Let's see. Ko Sai Hanketsu decision. All right. High court decision. Nikkan kanki ni eikyou wa. What about? I love they don't answer the question. What happens? How does this affect Japan-Korea relations? Be like it always is, in my opinion. Hankoku no Soul no kousai ga shuken kokka. That's my guess. Shuken kokka wa gaikoku no soshou de something kareru koto ga nai to suru kokusai houjou no shuken menjouを認めず。Oh shoot. Okay. 日本政府への賠償と命じて判決。There it is. 日関係における韓国司法リスクを改めて浮き something まりました。I don't know. しまにした。Uki means it came to the surface. Okay, so let's translate. That's a very, very long single sentence, okay? All right, so I don't know what this is. This is like probably the national diet type thing. I'm not exactly sure. Main rights national. I don't know. I think that's Shuken Kokka, but I'm not exactly sure.
権国家
Okay, sovereign nation. Okay. So, by the way, this whole sentence is going to end with, everything we're talking about here is going to end with mitomezu. It means they don't recognize. Okay?
認めず
Okay. 主権国家は外国の訴訟で、それことはないと国際し、Okay. So I think that they're not recognizing what happened. A sovereign nation doesn't recognize what happens in a foreign country. 訴訟 lawsuit.
訴訟
This I don't know. Something カレル. I can't even imagine what this is going to be, so I don't know. To be judged. I don't know. Let's go with 測れる.
裁かれる
Sabakareru. Okay. Sabakareru. So sabaku means to take care of. Take care of. To dissipate, I think. Sabaku, that's my guess of sabaku. Desert. No. No, the verb. To judge, to decide, to sit in judgment. Okay. Sabakareru, to be judged. Okay. All right. Should I add that word to my novel? Let me have a discussion with Shimewaza first. 裁かれることはないとする国際法上の主権免除を認めず So 主権免除 I think would mean abdication of sovereignty or dissolution of sovereignty. That's my guess. Sovereign immunity. Oh, is it menjo then?
主権免除
It is. So menjo. What am I thinking? So menjo is immunity? Ah, it's meneki no men. Meneki is like your body's ability to fight disease. Immunity. So the men. So menjo. Exemption. Okay. Sovereign immunity. So they don't recognize the sovereign immunity in accordance with international law. So let's see. Seoul, Korea, the Seoul High Court has rejected sovereign immunity under international law, which states that a sovereign state cannot be tried in a foreign lawsuit. They reject that. Wait, they reject that? Oh, that means they're going to try to sue Japan in Korean. Okay. So just forget how international law works, Korea.
韓国のソウル高裁が主権国家は外国の訴訟で裁かれることがないとする国際法上の主権免除を認めず
I wish I could have the English not show initially. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be a cool option, right? All right. Okay. 日本政府への賠償を命じて判決。They ordered Japan to pay compensation. I believe that's what that is. Compensation. 命じて is like order. Yep. 判決. Again, they're ordering them to pay. Again.
日本政府への賠償を命じた判決は
日関係における韓国司法リスクを改めて浮き Yeah, I don't know. This one I don't know. But it came up to the surface. It came up again. 浮き彫り Bringing to the forefront. 浮き彫りになりました Once again. So in regards to Korean-Japan relations, the Korean judicial risk has once again newly came to the surface, I believe is what we're going to go with. This once again, it highlights. Ukibori ni shita. Highlight. Okay, that's good. This once again highlights the Korean judicial risk in Japan-South Korea relations.
日韓関係における韓国司法リスクを改めて浮き彫りにした。
日本との関係を を重視するユン・ソンニョル is how you read that apparently. I never see Korean names in kanji. It's really weird to see it. Yoon Son-yeol. 日本との関係を重視する政権にとっても難題一つ増えた形となる。Okay, let's try to figure this out. So, 重視, I don't know what that means, but it's heavily observe. So relations with Japan, the guy who heavily observes this, Yoon Sonyeol, that might even be the president of Japan. I have no idea, probably not. I don't even know the name of the current president. I think this is Seiken, governmental rights. That's my guess. にとっても難題, it's a difficult issue also for governmental rights. It's one more problem has increased, another difficult. So let's take the whole thing because I'm not exactly sure. This poses an additional challenge for the Yoon. So it is his. It is. Oh, Seiken. Oh, I'm so dumb. Seiken's administration. I knew that word. I learned it during Trump's administration all the time in the news. Trump Seiken. But I brain farted on that one. Seiken ni totte mo nandai. It's a difficult problem for Yoon Suk-yeol administration. Okay. ただ、日本政府に直ちに実害が出るわけではないため、日関係への影響は現時点では限定的と見られる。However, because this doesn't immediately cause any actual damage to the Japanese government, at the current point, it looks like the effect will be minimal. Let's see. The impact on Japan-Korea relations has been limited at this point, as there will be no immediate actual harm to the Japanese government. Nailed that one, guys.
日本政府に直ちに実害が出るわけではないため、日韓関係への影響は現時点では限定的と見られる。
All right. Good story. Hang on, I wanted to read this. Yeah, I wanted to see if this. So, right here, I think I knew that if this article is worth its weight, it's going to talk about the previous apology. 日本政府は主権免除の原則に反するという立場から訴訟には関合していない。このため今回の訴訟と別に2021年1月にソウル中央地裁、that word came up again, nice. が元慰安 Where's the fu? Oh, there it is. 慰安婦らへの賠償を命じて判決に対しても起訴せず I think that's is that 起訴? No, it's not 起訴. That's ending in Is that ending in a key? This I don't know. 判決を確定した. Okay, this is the part I wanted to look at. The Japanese governmentに反する原則 sovereign immunity principle we're against the was it sovereign immunity? Okay, I'm just gonna take this. Violates the principle. Oh, violates. That's right. Ihan. Toyota is from the position that the Japanese government said, from their position that this violates sovereign unity, says they won't. Kango is like, I'm guessing participate. They're not going to be participating in this lawsuit. Let's see. I think that is Kango. I'm not exactly sure though. Kanyo. Sorry. I apologize, guys. Participate was the right word, but kanyo. And このため because of this, 今回の訴訟とは別に and due to this, separate from this lawsuit, the compensation that was ordered to be paid to the Moto Ianfu in the Seoul Central District Court in 2021, Ichigatsu, January. We also do not blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that is. Koso. We're not going to appeal it. They're not going to appeal it. And they affirm the decision. Kakute.
判決が確定した。
Okay. So here we go. Full thing. Japanese government is not involved in the lawsuit because it violates the principle of sovereign immunity. For this reason, apart from the lawsuit, the Seoul Central District Court's ruling in January 2021 ordering compensation to the former comfort women was not appealed and the ruling has become final.
日本政府は主権免除の原則に反するという立場から訴訟には関与していない。このため、今回の訴訟とは別に2021年1月にソウル
Okay. Soru chisai. Let me just take that last part. It can't do certain lengths.
2021年1月にソウル中央地裁が元慰安婦らへの賠償を命じた判決に対しても控訴せず、判決が確定した。
I'm very happy because one of the very first words I learned doing this news stuff was Chisai District Court. I'm very happy that that word keeps coming up. Also, one thing that's interesting to me is how often ra is used to make plural. Moto ianfu ra to make plural, like omae ra. Kind of interesting that's the thing I don't think I was aware of. I knew what ra could be used to make plural. I just never have seen it this much used. All right. I think we went deep enough in that. Let's go look at now a Quora story to get a little bit more of a person thing instead of government related things, because that's more fun for me. We'll close this one down. We'll open up a new tab and we'll go to, oops. Let's go to, actually, let's go to, yeah, we'll try Quora again. I had some issues with Quora the other day. All right. So Shingoto. Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Was that 随分と昔にネットで拾ったものなのですが wow, this is going to be loaded. I picked this up from the net quite a while back. I'm pretty sure that's 随分, right? Quite. 昔に a long time ago, ネットで拾ったもの. This is something I found quite a while back on the internet. Uh-oh. There it is. Wow, I kind of nailed that, didn't I?
随分と昔にネットで拾ったものなのですが。
All right, I'm going to say these things. Google, I'm just reading the news. Sorry, black boys, only white men can handle this. On behalf of black men everywhere, we wholeheartedly support your decision. On behalf of all white people, we sincerely admire your graciousness. However, we will be declining your generous offer and admittedly urge that the Mexicans take one for the team. On behalf of the Mexicans, there is some jobs we won't even do. Maybe the Asians can take this one? On behalf of the Asian culture, we also kindly decline the generous act as we are practicing our arithmetic, playing piano, and ninja flying arts. Maybe the Muslims have the answer you seek? On behalf of all Muslims, we're going to have to decline the offer for the simple fact that we don't eat pork. Oh, God. Oh, that's not funny. This poor girl. Oh, I love that Nick McCollum is the most whitest name I've ever heard, and he's on behalf of the Asian culture. Did she post this herself? Sorry, black boys, only white men can handle this. Did she post that herself? Oh, here's all of the translations. Oh, we don't need to read all of those. Let's go here. 最初に投稿した女性が the woman that first posted 人種差別発言をしたがために because the girl that originally posted the thing 人種差別発言 it's a racist statement, right? 人種 差別発言 Okay したためooh, this is interesting 身の手知らず身の程知らず not aware of herself? I don't know. I'm guessing 身の程知らず not knowing one's social position. Oh, not aware of herself. Pretty close, right? Not knowing one's social position. 身の程知らず. Wow. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that. We're going to add that. I'm going to see if I can't work that into my novel. Hang on. Let's open up a new Google document. Docs.google.com. Is that how you do it? Okay. Blank document. Okay. Like we have to have a working title for this novel. Oh boy, or is it a girl? That's the working title. Okay. Okay, there's our first not knowing one's social position. Okay, there we go. We've started the novel, guys. Ignorant of oneself. Okay.
身の程知らず
だと思った男性軍がお誘いを非常に丁寧な言葉を使いつつ他の人種にたらい回しにしていった研究最終的には豚呼ばわ I don't know that 呼ばわりをするといういかにもアメリカンブラックジョーク漫才のウィットに組んだ恵んだ maybe 回答を I know this 操る操り I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna look up that one. Oh, I didn't know this. 繰り返す It's the 繰り返すの I knew I'd seen it somewhere. 繰り広げていくというネタです Okay, let's get this. Let's do this. Okay. 身の程知らずだと思った男性軍 I think that's group of boys. Gene. Oh my god. Not gun. Hang on, guys. I was thinking it was like mure. Oh, totally different. That's what I thought this was. Group. But it's Jing. Yeah, I've seen this before doing this news and I literally forget it every time. Group. Oh, it's also group. Okay, so it's also group. But it's more like a group to battle, okay? 男性陣。だと思った男性陣がお誘いを非常に丁寧な言葉を使いつつ、a group of men thinking that she didn't know her position, using very polite words, using very polite words to her invitation, 他の人種に to another race, たらい回し. I think たらい回し is like you spin the, a たらい is like a bucket type barrel. Was it like a wooden bucket? I don't know. たらい回し. A barrel. Acrobatic barrel rolling. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Handing something around within a fixed group in a prearranged order. Handing off a problem to someone else. たらい回しをしていた. I don't know what kenku means though. Ku is a word. I think this is kenku. Ageku. Oh. Ageku. At the end. Okay. So it's like shiteita ageku. It's like saying shiteita ato. Oh, this is actually really good. Shite ageku. Okay, listen. I'm gonna look. I think this is interesting, so I'm gonna at least throw it in here. We have to use 100 words. Maybe I don't have to use this one. We'll find out. After a long process. You know, because I have 1010 reader, I don't ever have to worry about furigana anymore. I just like hover and look. It's very nice. So after a long process of handing her off to other, handing off her invitation to other races with very kind, using very polite wording, in the end, 最終的に豚呼ばわりをするという、they call her a pig. I don't know what 呼ばわり means. Denouncing 呼ばわり, branding. They brand her as a pig is one of the most American black joke, comedic wit type included answer has been spreading around joke. There, that was my perfect translation probably. All right, I say, not knowing. All right, so let's, that was manzai, right? Okay, thank you. Oh, I thought it meant comedic. Okay, must be a different kanji. Oh, it's manzai. This is mansai. Hang on. Manzai. Oh, that's right. Completely different. Completely different. Yeah. Manzai. Mansai. Loaded with wit. I think, let me see. What's my final guess on this? Not Megunda. I don't know. Tonda. ウィットに富んだ回答を広げた. So, had spread around. All right, let's look at this whole thing. Because the woman who first posted the post made a racist remark, the men who thought she was innocent, not knowing her social position, used extremely polite language to invite people. No. Were they inviting? Hang on. だと男性陣がお誘いを非常に丁寧な言葉を使いつつ他の人数 yeah, it is invite, not her invitation. I misread. Okay, but she's not innocent for sure. So 1 point for Google, 1 point for me on that one because it's not innocent. While I'm guessing Mino Hodo Shirazu could mean innocence, but I think it means, not knowing your social position makes more sense to me in this case. Actually, I shouldn't take that point because even Google told me that. And invite people to pass the wheel around. Is that a thing we say in English? Pass the wheel? To people of other races, and then finally calls her a pig. The story is full of witty American black jokes. Okay, well, that was fun. All right. That could have just been a joke too. Actually, don't know. No shame for Kelsey Reynolds. No shame. We don't know who she is. We don't know the story behind this. This could have been someone posting this. I'm curious now that we're doing this. Kelsey Reynolds. Let's see here. Let's find out the truth. Respect for Carter. Let's see. This is her actual Twitter still? Where's her? That's her post? It's a repost. Okay. Well, she looks like she's not anti-black. This is worth watching, but some people might still miss the point because we have become that stupid as a country and species. Don't look up. That was a movie. This tweet is everything. At real Donald Trump. Trump supporters, okay, are garbage and should be treated as such. I saw a tweet where someone described that when they find out someone they know personally supports Trump, they lose all respect for them instantly. I liked it and retweeted it, but stopped short of sharing it on Instagram. All right, so she's anti-Trump. Senator Kamala Harris, President Trump, Senator Kamala Harris said, President Trump inherited the longest economic expansion in the history from Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And then, like everything else he inherited, he ran it straight to the ground. Okay, so she's very political. but she doesn't appear to be anti-black. Okay. So now, okay. So we've seen that she's still around. I'm lesbian now. Her name is called. What? And on that day, racism will no more. How the can you have that much extra but no ass? I had to look. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just reading stuff on the internet, guys. Kelsey Reynolds bringing peace among cultures. I want to know that. Hang on. I actually want to find out something recent on her. Is there like a know your meme for this one? Know your meme. Got to be something on here, right? Look Ma on fam. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Can I do a search here? This website's crazy. Kelsey. What was her last name? What's her last name? Reynolds? No relation, I'm sure. But there's nothing about it, huh? Huffington Post. Let's see here. Okay, a decade almost. Okay, here we go. Facebook. That's not her. That's Ryan Reynolds. I mean, that was a girl. Internet has, okay, well, okay, I guess there is no understanding. I think it was just a joke. All right, well, that was interesting. Okay. Let's do one more Korra. I was actually enjoying that pretty much. See if we can't. Okay. I want to do gender. I don't know if it's gender, but this is always interesting. Oh, we already did this one actually. Already did this one. Hang on. Do we have anything new? How do I get to new? Let's go to Chiebukuro because I don't know what's up with Korra. Like Korra doesn't seem to understand how people use the internet, or at least how I use it. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but back in my day, we would show the new things when you clicked on a category. All right, now we've got I'm gonna search for Ren Ai, not in Chinese, not in Korean, in Japanese. Ren Ai. Oops. Wait, I gotta go to the categories. I'm sorry. Category. Go to Ren Ai. Psst. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. I'm just clicking. I don't know what's there. All right. 最近彼女に怒りっぽいようになってきています。Recently, I'm getting angry with my girlfriend. 怒りっぽい, like easy to anger. Yes, easy to anger. Hot-tempered. 最近彼女に怒りっぽいようになってきています。I'm beginning to get ill-tempered with my girlfriend.
Lately, I've been getting angry at her.
I mean, here it means girlfriend.
最近彼女に怒りっぽいようになってきてます。
Wait, 怒りっぽい? It's not 怒りっぽい?
最近彼女に怒りっぽい
Is
よ
it 怒りっぽい? Nah, that ain't a thing. Is that a thing? It's 怒りっぽい. What are you talking about, Google? 怒りっぽい. That ain't a thing. That's not a thing. What you talking about over there? All right. All right. God, my nose is itching so hard. I promise you I'm not doing cocaine. Like the heater kicked on, and all of a sudden. All right. 社会人 20歳、男です。彼女は19歳、専門学生。I am so a 社会人 is a person who's already working, a societal person, what are we going to call that? I'm an adult. 20歳, 20-year-old man. 彼女は my girlfriend is 19歳 going to she's a 専門学生, which is like it's like a school that specializes in something. I'm a 20-year-old working man. There you go. Working man. She's a 19-year-old professional student.
社会人20歳男です。彼女は19歳専門学生。
専門学校 has to have a better translation. Specialty school. Yeah, specialty school. Like it's a school that teaches like a certain topic. 付き合って2ヶ月半です。Dude, come on. He's been dating for only 2 months and a half? なんか最近彼女の言葉すべてに something しく I've seen that kanji 思ってきています。Man, what is that? Recently, to everything she says, I know that's a weird looking kanji. I don't know. I'm thinking it looks like migaku, but I know it's not. Utoshi. It's in utsubyo. It's in utsubyo. That's where I've seen it. It's depression, I believe, is what that's in. Utsu, yeah, depression. Utsu. Utoshi, gloomy, depressing, irritated, troublesome. Utoshi. Utoshiku omotte kitemasu. I'm beginning to get irritated at all of the things that she says. What is this? What is this? So it's some sort of ni kana to omotte. It's some period in a relationship, I'm guessing. That looks so something key. I don't know, guys. Oh, never seen it before. Okay, kentaiki, stage of ennui, period of lassitude. Okay, can we get English in here? Lethargic period. What does that mean? The honeymoon's over? Hang on, I don't understand this word at all. Period of boredom.
倦怠期。
Kentaiki. All right, listen. I'm throwing that into the novel. Kentaiki. Period of boredom. I've never heard it before. I don't know what that. Is that an English thing? Do we have a period of boredom in English? It's gonna be the same thing. I think they pull from the same database. Lose interest. Namakemono. That's where I knew I'd seen that kanji before. Akiru. Okay. Kentaiki. You guys, I'm a little bit hungry. You guys want to go to Kentaiki chicken? I've lost interest in chicken, guys. I feel like I can no longer eat Kentaiki chicken. I'm bored of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I call it Kentaiki chicken. There, I'm giving you something to remember that. Kentucky Fried Chicken. We're pretty bored of the chicken here. Okay, 朝に LINE でおはよう、仕事終わりにお疲れ様など来るといちいち送ってくんなと思います。In the morning she sends good morning, and after work she says good job, etc. When she sends things like that, I'm like, could you not just keep sending these things one by one? Whenever I get messages like good morning online or in the morning, thank you for your hard work, I think I'll send them every time. That's not what he meant. No, ichichi okunna. Yeah, Google, you lost me on that one. Ichichi okunna. Don't like send for everything. You don't gotta send me a message for everything. Wow, this guy's a piece of shit. I can't wait to see the comments on this guy. I mean, honestly, like, there's traditions in my wife and my relationship. It's like, you know, you get on the airplane, you send a message, I'm getting ready to fly. You land, you say I landed. That's kind of like tradition, right? And in the morning, you say good morning. And when you get back from work, you say otsukare-sama. So what if you send it on the internet? It's the same thing, right? All right. 自分がこの日会おうって言って彼女はおばあちゃんの家に行くって言われてそれでなぜか 自分は彼女で、LINE で結構強めな言葉で喧嘩気味と会話をしてました。Wow, he just seems like he's got anger issues. 自分がこの日会おうと言って、so I said, I said, okay, here's the thing. 自分 can mean herself or myself. I think he means himself here. It's used as I here. Let's meet on this day. この日に会う saying let's meet on this day. She would go to her grandmother's house. She said told me she would be going to her grandmother's house. And then for some reason, I don't know which one is I. 自分この日に会おうと言って彼女はおばあ。This is a problem with 自分. I hate 自分. We need another kanji for yourself or herself. 自分がこの日会おうと言って saying let's meet on this day. 彼女がおばあちゃんの家に行くって言われて I was told, yeah, I was saying it's me. I said let's meet on this day and she's like no, I got to go to my grandma's house. And then for some reason I to her online relatively strong words like with a hint of fighting was Kenka Gimi like on the verge of fighting? Propensity, feeling of fighting. 会話をしてました。
自分がこの日会おうって言って彼女はおばあちゃん家に行くって言われてそれでなぜか自分は彼女に LINE で結構強めな言葉で喧嘩気味な会話をしてました。
He needs to get help. なので今月の休みはいろいろと考えてシフトを組んだのですが、今月1回も会っていないです。So wait a minute. They've been only dating for 2 months and he has not seen her one time this month. And he said, that being the case, this month, I thought about a lot and I think this is Kunda, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, Kunda. Yeah, I put together a schedule with days off. But I have not seen her one time this month. And then again, he says, nanode. I get that. So therefore, 今月何のために休み取ってるだろうと思ってしまいました。And I ended up thinking like, why did I even take days off this month? She doesn't want to see you. She's avoiding you. You said, hey, let's meet this day. She's like, no, I gotta go to my grandma's. You take time off. She's like, I can't see you. It's over, buddy. 彼女は今実習期間なんですが、毎日しんどいみたいなことを言われて、もう自分の仕事終わりでそんなこと言われるので腹が立つ時が多数。He does not see the writing on the wall. Right now she's in a self-study period. I believe that's what that means. However, every day as if she was really exhausted. She tells me as if she's really exhausted. And I'm like, look, it's the end of my day for working. You saying that just pisses me off. Happens multiple times. She's currently in her internship. Okay. Jishu Kikan is internship period. But she gets angry a lot of the time because she says, no, Google, you fucked up. Sorry, Google didn't get that right. Pretty sure. Let me see. 言われるので. Yeah, I'm being told these things at the end of my shift, so it makes me angry. Okay? 自分も. So he's saying, 毎日しんどいみたいなこと言われて, I'm told every day like that she's tired, right? I'm told things every day that it's hard. もう自分も仕事の終わりで, for me, it being the end of my work, right? そんなこと言われるので because I'm told those things. Okay? 腹が立つ時が多数です。It's often that I get angry, pissed off. Okay, so Google lose a point there. Actually, let's see what DeepL says. She's in her internship period right now, and I get angry at times because she says things like, it's hard every day, and I'm already finished with work, and she says things like that. You missed the most important part, that he gets angry, but you did better. You did better, but like you just forgot, like you just trailed off. I don't know what happened. Deepa, you tried. 一度喧嘩した時に仕事の件でストレスが溜まってると伝え、私はいいなら相談に聞くよって言ってくれたんですが、okay. One time when we were having a fight, I relayed to her that stress from work had built up. And she said, 私でいいなら, if it's okay with me, 相談に聞くよ. Oh, wait, am I reading that wrong? It is 相談, right? 相談に聞くよ. I'll listen to you in a consulting way. I don't know why. I don't know how the ni works there. 相談に聞く. と言ってくれたんですが, she said that she would listen to me. However, once we had a fight, I told her that I was stressed out about work, and she said that if it was okay for me, she would listen to me for consultation, I believe. There's no way she would be asking for advice here.
一度喧嘩した時に仕事の件でストレスが溜まってると伝え、私でいいなら相談に聞くよと言ってくれたんですが。
Did Google just say 一度喧嘩?
一度喧嘩した時に仕事の件。
No. There's no rendaku rule happening here. That's 一度喧嘩した時. Pretty sure. All right. Okay. So anyway, she offered to listen to me, right? To hear what I needed, to advise me. そんな仕事の件でストレスが溜まっている。そんな仕事の件でストレス溜まってる。仕事しんどいなど言っても無理しないで辛いねみたいなことしか書いてこないと思ってるので話すだけ無駄と思います。When I tell her that I'm stressed out because of work and that and things like it's work is hard, she's like, don't push yourself too hard, and oh, that is so rough for you. Things like that is the only thing that comes back from her. And so talking to her is useless. Wow. If I say I'm stressed out about work or that it's hard, I think the only response I get is something like, don't push yourself or it's tough. So I think there's no point in just talking about it. Wow. What does he expect? The thing is, she's doing what she wants you to do with her. Women do not want solutions. They want to just tell you what's happening. And you just have to go, oh, that's so hard. Oh, wow. Gosh, that's horrible. That's what women want. Men love to be like, well, wait a minute, why don't you tell him off? That guy, listen, what you got to do at work is you got to do this. And they want to mansplain what you got to do. Okay? He is completely clueless about how women work. いそうなこと、距離を空けた方が良いのでしょうか? いそうなこと. I'm not exactly sure how to translate that. Rather. So should I put some distance between us? Would it be good to put distance between us? Is it better to keep some distance?
いっそなこと距離を空けた方が良いのでしょうか?
ラインもめちゃくちゃ、塩対応. I don't know what that is. Salt? Online めちゃくちゃ塩対応. What does 対応 translate to? Like handling? Salt? しようと思っています. I don't know what 塩対応 is. That's interesting. Cold reception. He's planning on being coldly received. Why? This guy is a horrible human being. He must be handsome. 先ほど喧嘩して振って寝されたので I don't know what 振って means. So just now we fought and 振って寝された and she went to bed on me, I'm guessing. I don't know. Sulking in bed. That's a phrase? 振って寝された. She went to bed in a huff. 振って寝された. Okay, we're using that. That's in the novel, guys. Because I want to remember it. 振って寝された. To go to bed in a huff. How many words does Japanese have? Jesus Christ. So many words. All right. Okay. この話を聞いて自分は今回をしたらいいのか。今。Oh my god. I don't know how I read that. It's 今回. I'm so sorry. I wish there was commas though, because it's killing me. It looks like it's a possible word, but it isn't. It's not a word, guys. Don't display. Don't display. Ah. この話を聞いて自分は今何をしたらいいのか。Listening to what I just said. What should I do? What was this? This period of boredom. 倦怠期。倦怠期なのかわからない状態です。What should I do? Or if we're in a period of boredom. 長い文で説明が下手ですが、I'm sorry. I'm not good with. I'm poor at explaining with long words. 答えくださると幸いです。I would be happy if you gave me an answer.
この話を聞いて自分は今何をしたらいいのか、倦怠期なのかわからない状態です。長文で説明が下手ですが、答えてくださると幸いです。
All right. Okay, my bet is he's gonna get a lot of negativity on this. There's no way, because this guy's completely in the wrong. He needs to break up with her. Wait, is there no answer? Oh, I forgot to look for ones that were answered. Is that what I did? God, we gotta come back to this one. Oh, I need to answer this guy. I'm like, baka janai? Oh my, that would be my complete answer to this guy. Dang it. Oh man. Hang on, I'm gonna bookmark this. We gotta come back to this one. I'm so sorry. I was so looking forward to comments. How can I bookmark this? Let's see, how do I get my bookmarks up here? Okay. Oh man, I gotta come back to that one. Dang it. I'm curious though. Oh, no, there's an answer. Someone answered. Okay. あなたがどうせ会えないから約束を入れたんじゃないでしょうか。Because she can't meet you anyway, maybe she made an appointment with someone else. まあ、いろいろ合わないみたいので関係を続けるのは難しいんじゃないですかね。Well, because a lot of things don't match between you guys, continuing your relationship might be a little bit difficult, I believe. What a weak answer. Come on, man. Give it to him. I guess she made an appointment because she couldn't meet you anyway. Well, I guess it's difficult to continue a relationship because it doesn't seem suited each other in many ways. Yes. You don't seem suited.
あなたとどうせ会えないから約束を入れたんじゃないでしょうか。まあ、いろいろ合わないみたいなので関係を続けるのは難しいんじゃないですかね。
I'm going to refresh again. Can we get another response? Come on. Let's check back to this. Wait. Okay, no more. There's no more responses. Okay, we're going to come back to this. And we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. We'll basically end here, but I'm gonna refresh right before we leave and see if there's anything else. Hey, what's up, Pixel? Did you miss the great idea? My great idea is this, Gideon. Okay, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna tell you the great idea again, okay? For those of you that are coming late. So I've been reading these Quora and Yahoo Answers things in Japanese. I've been reading Japanese novels on this channel, news headlines and newspaper articles, and all these words have been coming up. Well, I read the first 5 chapters of this book right here, Ryusei no Kizuna, which is great. Learned a bunch of new words. And I stopped at the 5th chapter reading it live. I do plan on reading the rest of this book but I was worried about like copyright issues. Right? I don't want to I don't want Japanese companies to come after me. So to solve that, I went to an independent like authors website called shosets.com, where it's people that want to become novelists submit their stories and then you can vote on them and whatnot. And I found a bunch of stories that were about like kings and queens and princes and princesses, and I hated it. And I thought I had found one story that didn't have that, and I was reading it yesterday. There was a story I read previously that was great, pretty well written, and it was fun. This one, I was struggling really hard to read it. Like Mostly probably my fault, but also probably the fault of the way it was written. I didn't know. I asked a good friend of mine, Shimewaza, who's been on this channel multiple times, helping me with words. Very knowledgeable, way more read than me. He also doesn't like it. So I decided to abandon it. But then last night, I went to bed, and about 2 hours later, I woke up with this idea. I'm going to write my own novel. I'm going to take all of the words that I've learned in these, some of these words that I've learned in the book, throw them on a list, and then write a novel around it, and then submit. I'll write it in English, okay? And I'll submit it. I'll write it in English, then I'll interpret it myself, okay? I'll translate it myself, but I'll submit the English to 3 or 4 other Japanese people that are professional interpreters and see how they interpret it. And maybe they'll use the words that I used. You know, I'm going to make it, I want to see if I can get them to use those words. The story is this. So far, the current story is a 28-year-old man who lives in, let's say, South Dakota, comes to Las Vegas on a trip with his friends, and that night he's not feeling good, he's not doing well, so maybe he stays in his room for a bit, but then he gets better later on. But his friends have already left, so he travels outside into the city on his own from his hotel, and he ends up at a nightclub. I've already changed the story a little bit, you can tell. He ends up at a nightclub, and there's this beautiful Japanese girl there, and she seems like she's alone as well. So he tries to talk to her. She doesn't really know English. He doesn't know any Japanese, obviously, but they dance and they have a great time. But they barely have exchanged any information. But somehow that leads to them going to her room or his room, and they have a fun time together. And he just gives her the business card from the coffee shop, and he wrote his name on there. That's all. The coffee shop that he works at. You know, he's generally having a bad life. Things aren't going well. He broke up a few years back, and he believes he can't be loved again. But this girl is way out of his league, so he has no desire to even try, because it's not going to work out in the end anyway. Because every time he tries, he gets broken up anyway. Why would anyone love him? He doesn't have a powerful job. He doesn't have any money. He's generally just a loser, and he believes that. So he just considers this was a lucky night for him, and he goes back to South Dakota. About a year later, a message comes into the coffee shop. I'm making this up as I go, so I don't exactly know how it's going to go. And he finds out he's the father of a child. And he's been invited to Japan, and he's been given a flight coupon that he could exchange anytime. That's what it is. A flight coupon that he can exchange anytime to go to Japan when he feels like he's ready. He only knows that he has a child, and that the child's half American, so you're the only one that I was with. But ambiguously, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And he has to struggle with, should I go to Japan or not? But he has this open ticket to go at any time. And eventually, in our story, of course he's going to go to Japan and meet the child. But we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And we're going to find out if and how he gets over his false belief that nobody could love him anymore. That's what I'm going to do. That's the story. Can I add when the eagle dies? Okay. Washi. This was from the other day. Google Translate. There's a story I was reading about a grandfather who comes back as a ghost, but before he died, he was like, "Washi ga shindara." It was like, that means when I die, but Google was like, when the eagle dies, because washi means eagle. Oh, I'm gonna try to work it in. Why not, man? This is the throwaway story. We'll find out, you know. Oh, yeah, Matthew. That's a good. I'm gonna put your name here as the suggested by Matthew Young. All right, so in case anyone yells at me for why I added that. That would be a cool skit too. It's like, and then you show inside the human, the foreigner's head. If the eagle dies, me trying to understand Japanese. If the eagle dies, go to bed in a huff. And then in bed, you're having a period of boredom. But then after that long process, you realize, I don't know my social position. Oh man. All right, let's oh no, let's refresh. Certainly someone else's. Come on, Japan, don't let me down. What time is it in Japan? It's 4. It's 4 in the morning though. Still only one answer. Can I answer here? Can I answer? I'd like to answer actually. Ooh, let's try this. Actually, I have an account here. I have a Yahoo account. Shinotani@yahoo.com. I've had this forever. I don't know if it's Yahoo COJP though. Damn it. Password's wrong. Wait. Where is it? Can we log into here? Reused password detected. I don't even remember the password, girl. No. That wasn't the password anyway, right? How do I log into Yahoo though? Oh, I need a Yahoo ID in Japan. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try this. Okay, Yahoo Japan ID ga wakaranai bai. Whoa! Whoa, I've never seen CAPTCHA in Japanese. That's crazy. What? Dude. Hang on, I got it. First of all, I got to create an account. So I hope that capture comes up. Shinki Shitok. All right. Keitai no denwa bango. This is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem, guys. I don't have a... Oh. Let me not show you my cell phone number. It's not going to work anyway. Welcome to Japan where nothing works. Let's try an email address. Oh, yeah, I can't even... Guys, I can't even sign up. I can't even sign up. That is very sad because I don't have a Japanese telephone number. Shame. Hashtag shame, Japan. Although that's really cool. Hang on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. This is really cool. I'll send this to Colton. I don't think I've ever seen this. We should do this on FromZero.com when you can't log in. It's like, hey, I know you guys can't log in, and I know you guys are studying Japanese. So here's some Japanese for you to. You really want to study? Try to read this, buddy. All right. All right. Well, I don't know if we're going to have any luck getting more responses. This guy needs to break up, though. That would be my advice. Just break up. Go get help. We're gonna check back on this tomorrow, guys. You know what time it is? It's time that we party. A little bit of party before we go, guys. This is something I look forward to every time. It's just a little bit difficult to get into it. It takes me a couple seconds here. Here we go. Gotta get the party up. All right, guys. Here we go. Gotta stop the music over here. Wrong song.
Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39.
Doing a day particle in the first usage of the mark location where the action takes place.
I feel you, Bo. Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, Bo. But you know what? Take the time to get to know yourself. Like, understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, You know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you. I'm not gonna lie.
나나가 있을게요. 나나가 있을게요.
Trying to get along
나나가
her.
있을게요. I'm staying in Bangkok. I'm staying in
Try to get
Bangkok.
along her. Just don't give yourself away too fast.
Japanese Easy 39, Japanese Easy 39, Japanese Easy 39, Japanese Easy 39.
Doing de particle, the first usage is a marked location where the action takes place.
Learning a language is dirty. It'll never be clean. You'll always feel like you didn't do enough or you made too many mistakes. But in the end, you have to remember, language is a tool to communicate and not an art to master.
Dear Lord, I just pray over everyone who came on this live today who is anointed and divinely appointed to be here. And I pray blessings over their day and just a feeling of peace. Go follow me on Instagram and get my book if you're a girl. You'll love it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. You are so stupid and boring. You have to go stuck at your home and don't turn on the phone. You can stay behind the phone and typing something like this thing. I don't like it. What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? Get out. Get out. Just get out from this life. Bye. Hi guys. 大家好，你好，你好。はじめまして。Hi guys. 大家好，你好，你好。はじめまして。You want to marry me? You want to marry me? You want to marry me? You want to marry me?
No, because like sometimes girls flirt in a way of being like homies, but they definitely flirting. But sometimes girls actually mean it when they say homie or kitty or like bro. So you never know. So like take your chance.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
犬と猫と魚がいる。There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
犬と猫と魚がいる。There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean.
犬と猫と魚がいる。There is a dog, a cat, and a fish. 犬と猫と魚がいる。There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ สวัสดีค่ะ Wait a minute, okay? Wait a minute, okay? 私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。ちょっとありません。ちょっとありません。How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese. I don't like it. What's up, girl? 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 I don't like it.
If I lied to you, I'll tell you.
Trying to avoid mistakes is like trying to avoid putting spice on your food. You have to make mistakes. Be a mistake factory.
Exactly. Exactly.
No. Let me set the record straight. Japanese is not easy. It is a lot of work. But if you learn some patterns and you learn some tricks, it can be made easier.
How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese. I think I know more English than Japanese because I know by like watching some movie.
犬と猫と魚がいる。There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
もうええわ。もうええわ。なんでやねん。なんでやねん。なんでやねん。
First usage is a marked location where the action takes place.
It's so refreshing and fun for me to do that. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Pew, pew, pew. That was it. Thank you for coming. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey. And if you do eat a lot of turkey, remember, there's a couch nearby that you probably should get on to because you're going to pass out. All that turkey can't. Guys, just go. Bye. See you. Peace.